And this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Gun. Cut.
Right to the air is Burrow. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Whitfield, and he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak, and he is going to have a Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run with Campbell. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Taken in at the 11. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 89 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens.
And, you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
They go up the middle with Campbell.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's got it.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Steps away to his left. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Will McDonald. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the middle they go. Whitfield. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
On 2. Let's get set.
Now Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
Gun.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the... Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
A give, running left is Campbell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. 2nd down and 4.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced
Automatic
error.
first
Stay
down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got Burton here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Burrow.
Quick toss to Knox.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs.
Previous play is under
I think they're
review.
going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra
down.
that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And Walker has it. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow connecting with Burton here over the middle.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Here's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
He'll look to throw.
That one taken in by Burton.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
From midfield now, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Burrow will throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Burrow.
Able to find Higgins.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 27. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Here comes 3rd down at 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Jackson. An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. They will take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Lamar going to give this to Ali. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walker. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run on 1st down. Whitfield. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On 2, ready?
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A 47-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 8, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. This is where your playoff medal is tested. On the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it 1st and 10.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Jackson. And Walker has it.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
4th quarter, down to the 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Now Jackson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Throwing, Jackson.
A short throw caught by Andrews. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge...
Point in the game. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
13.
Jackson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson to throw.
Buying time, and he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to... goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll come up now on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to...
Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They're going to look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on second down here. Play action. It's Jackson. And that nearly picked off. that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and with it, they have taken the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And out now, here come the Bengals. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a first throw here in overtime. A quick throw, but incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Open man is Higgins. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll need at least a field goal here to keep their Super Bowl dreams alive, and they'll need to do it by the end of the period as they work here on 2nd down. Burrow going to get this out to Chase, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A field goal on this drive would extend the game. A touchdown, of course, would win it. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. This is Young on the carry. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.